The Internet Computer is a project that I believe deserves a place in the top 10. It's one of the most fundamentally sound projects that I've seen, and it just released onto the market on May the 10th. This is only around 1 week ago, and because of this, it's very difficult to predict the price or see where it's going to go. It's just like a new stock that comes onto market. When Roblox came onto market, it immediately started to drop. When Coinbase came onto the market, it immediately started to drop, and we see a really strong and consistent pattern that's just the same with cryptos. It takes a while for the market to find the value of these stocks, so I will be waiting on the Internet Computer before buying into it more. However, in today's video, I'm going to consider a range of factors that could contribute to the price action of the Internet Computer this market cycle. Of course, if you enjoy the video, remember to like up the video and subscribe. I just reached 300 subscribers, so it would be much appreciated. Also, remember this is just a prediction and this is a very volatile new cryptocurrency, meaning nothing in this video is financial advice. It is quite difficult to predict where it will go. As I've already said, the Internet Computer only began trading on May the 10th. Therefore, it's going to be a bit harder to predict its price. For most of my price predictions, I like to use data science and momentum to see where it could theoretically go. I look back at previous market cycles, see what the coin's been doing, and check out its patterns like with Cardano to make a good price prediction. However, when it's only been trading for 7 days, this is inherently difficult to do, so we'll be considering a range of different factors. The first factor to consider is the fully diluted market cap. The fully diluted market capitalization basically means what would the market cap, so the price of all of the supply, be if every single coin was circulating. Currently, only 123 million ICP coins are circulating. However, the total supply is 469 million coins. This means when all of the coins have been mined, this will be the total supply. The higher the supply, the lower the price, basically. If supply increases, the price will decrease. So, since this coin is such a low supply relative to its total supply, this is a big factor, and I think a lot of people are valuing it based off this. I believe this is why the true market cap is only 25 billion, and that's because the fully diluted market cap is 96 billion if all coins were supplied. However, it will take many years for all of these coins to be supplied, so currently it's not that big of a factor. They'll just be mined over time, and eventually it'll even itself out. However, I do believe that's why it didn't start trading at 100 billion market cap, because this makes the fully diluted market cap like $400 billion. So that's the first thing to take into consideration. I think a lot of people are valuing this coin off its fully diluted market cap, which is very high. So, the first thing I'm going to look at is how valuable actually is a decentralized internet, and then we're going to qualify this. So, Dominic Williams has said this is a complete replacement for the internet, and he truly believes this coin will overtake the internet. Alone, Amazon Web Services and Microsoft Azure are valued at $1 trillion, and many firms and individuals that build off these platforms say that they are an existential threat to their business. Moreover, Cisco is considered the internet worth $20 trillion in 2014. However, big tech and big data is roughly 10 times bigger than it is in 2014, and we're seeing even more internet adoption and use every single day, and we will for the next 10 years. Internet-based companies also make up the top 10 US companies by market capitalization, and almost all new companies need to use the internet. In my opinion, the internet's worth somewhere between 100 to 300 trillion. I think this is pretty fair, and I don't think too many people would argue against that. The internet is worth a lot of money. However, it's difficult to value because there's no coin trading for the internet like there would be with the Internet Computer. And the reason the Internet Computer needs a coin trading is to power it, because it can do so much more than the internet, like launching smart contracts in a decentralized way. However, how likely is this? We do know Definity is not going to overtake the internet within the next 1 month. That would be a bit stupid to think so. So it's very controversial and unclear how much of the internet Definity will actually be able to capture. ICP opened at an $80 billion market capitalization, and they've spent 5 years developing the product with the top computer scientists in the entire world. They have had a ton of money being pumped into this project, and it really does seem like it could be one of the winners in the crypto space. Of course, we know the future of cryptocurrency will be multi-chain. There won't be just one winner, and I think the internet computer is one that will stand the test of time and go very well based on my research. Even if it doesn't immediately overtake the entire internet, let's say it doesn't need to completely overtake the internet. And the reason for this is because firms will choose to build on it. Even if it's not the whole internet, as long as people are building on it and running applications on it, it will accrue value over time. It is, however, highly speculative, as not that many firms have built on it. About 14,000 companies have actually built on it, but no big ones just yet, like Ethereum has got. So I do believe $25 billion market cap is actually pretty undervalued for what it is right now, and even if it doesn't take over the entire internet, I'm sure it's going to have a big use case for firms that don't want to build off centralized services. Currently, firms need to build off Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, and a simple change in the rules will ruin everything for these firms. Instead, they can build off Definity, and they won't need to worry about security and hacks, they won't need to worry about paying all these centralized services, and it really is superior, and I do think there will be way more adoption over time, which will increase its value substantially. Of course, we need to take a look at timelines for the internet computer. It's not going to overtake the internet overnight. Everyone knows that. This is a minimum 15 to 25 year job, and even if it doesn't do that, it should grow in value over this time as more firms use it. I believe the internet computer will roughly follow the market cycle. It should follow the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum, as most cryptos do this. Now, my prediction is the market cycle will end at the end of 2021 or the beginning of 2022. If you've watched my videos, you know why this is, and it's based on two distinct patterns. These patterns are A, there's diminishing returns every market cycle. From 2014 to 2017, we saw about a 20x in returns. However, from 2011 to 2014, we saw about a 40x in returns. And this is from peak to peak. It was about a 400x and a 200x from bottom to peak. So we can see that the returns are constantly diminishing, and for this market cycle to get the same returns, we'd need to see Bitcoin to be like nearly $400,000, $500,000, which I believe is unlikely. So we're going to see diminished returns. However, we're going to see the market cycle extend out in length, and every single cycle we've seen it going for a few more months each time, and I think this year will be no different, which takes us into about the beginning of 2022. If we see these two patterns, it's going to put Bitcoin's price at around 120,000, the total crypto market cap at around $8 trillion, and this should be where I think the market cycle is going to end out. Alright. Currently, the internet computer is ranked 9th on the leaderboards for the coins. I believe it's got a place in the top 10, and I think it can maintain this. It is, however, going off very low volume, and this is actually a little bit scary. $344,000 worth of volume in 24 hours is not enough, and it means there's not enough buying pressure to put this up. This is why, in the short term, I am not buying any ICP. I am waiting until I see a bottom for this, and I'm waiting until I see volume kick up. This volume is a little bit scary. I do believe the internet computer is less valuable than both Polkadot and Cardano, and I think it's going to be behind these two for the entirety of the market cycle. However, I do think it's comparable to these two. It's another third generation technology that is very good at smart contracts and is very good at being an internet of blockchains. So I do believe this is going to follow in behind Polkadot and Cardano right now. I do believe it will stay in the top 10, and the reason for this is when I look at the top 20, I can't see many that would overtake it. Perhaps Chainlink would. Chainlink's very important, and I could see Chainlink doing better than the ICP, but Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Uniswap, Stellar, I don't think any of these will be able to overtake the internet computer, and I do see the internet computer as being a lot more valuable than these. So overall, I see it maintaining its market share, staying in the top 10, and doing very well. However, I am a bit bearish on it in the short term, and I'll show you why on the charts. Alright, so if we take a look at the charts, you can see that it is slightly wrong. It says ICP opened up at like $3,000, however the internet computer opened up at around $804, which I have right there on the chart. It opened up somewhere near the $800 mark as that white line, giving it about a market cap of $80 billion. Now, As you can see, the internet computer has been on a steep slide since then. It's just been going down and down, and it's been respecting this line generally and just continuing to go down and use this as resistance. It does look like it's holding up at around the $200 level as support. However, I wouldn't be surprised to see a breakdown. I'm going to be watching this very closely, and if there's a bit of a breakout and the internet computer starts going up in value, I do think it will be positioned to do very well. However, at this current stage, the internet computer doesn't look like it has a good entry point. I'm going to wait for the internet computer to correct even more before I see it get some value. If it keeps on dropping and goes down to a $15 billion market cap, a $10 billion market cap, I think the potential upside is going to start looking huge, and I think people will catch on to this project more and it will be pushed up. Currently, there's so much bearish momentum, and generally you don't want to play against the bearish momentum. You more want to look for bullish momentum on the cryptocurrency. So short term, it doesn't look that great, but long term, I believe it's positioned to do well. That's what the charts are saying right now. So, to conclude, I do believe this market cycle will reach around $8 trillion. If the internet computer holds its current market dominance of 1.19%, it would achieve a price of $768. And I do believe $768 looks about adequate for this market cycle. However, the internet computer is still fluctuating significantly in value, and it's extremely difficult to tell where it will land. I believe it's got a place in the top 10 cryptocurrency as long as development and adoption continues for it, and I can't really see it leaving. I believe overall the price is going to leave us somewhere in the $500 to $1,000 range at the end of the market cycle. $500 I think is pretty unlikely. I think it will be closer to the $1,000 mark. I do believe it can come up and take its market dominance back as of its strong fundamentals, and I believe close to $1,000 is where it will land, but I'm going to say $768 to be conservative for this market cycle is my price prediction. Of course, since we don't have that much data for this, and I love to use data science for my price predictions, it's a lot more difficult to value. It's my most difficult one I've had to value so far, so expect it to deviate from my price prediction by quite a little bit. That's why I've given you a big range. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. I just reached 300 subscribers, and it would be much appreciated if you could help take me to 400 subscribers and then take me to the moon like the internet computer hopefully will do. Thanks for watching the video.